16.7 million American adults experience this. It's called depression. In this third installment, part 3 of our UnFamous Humans interview with Chilo Sicairos, we're going to explore this very, very, very important topic. Very important because many of us live with it, or we live with someone who's experienced it, or we know somebody who is experiencing, who is actually interacting with depression. Chilo, thank you so much for joining us. We just want a little disclaimer here. We want you to know that we're going to be speaking from a very personal vantage point. Chilo is going to share his experience. Everything we say regarding depression is not because we are, either of us are doctors or professionals, but it is in the best interest of the people who listen to this, to see this, that they receive some inspiration, some hope from somebody's personal experience. So Chilo, welcome again to MrsDiazTalks.com, and please, tell us. We're going to start off with, tell us why is it hard for men to talk about this issue of depression?
I think it's because we feel like it's a sign of weakness.
Oh wow!
And I could put it perfectly with my real good friend, personal trainer. When I called him to tell him, if he could give me some advice with some exercise, because everybody kept saying, when you're going through depression, exercise. So I called him, and he's an ex-Marine. And when I got on the phone and I told him, hey, I'm going through depression, his first words were like, hey, shut up, dude, stop being weak. That's for women.
Oh, wow.
I started crying. I literally started crying on the phone. And it's because, and that's exactly how I felt too. I mean, that's how I used to always think before. When you hear about depression, you never think that it's something that you're going to experience. You always think it's other people.
Mm-hmm.
They had a bad day, they lost a loved one. Yeah, they have a reason to cry, But I never had any of that.
Wow.
To this day, I'm very blessed not even have lost a really close loved one yet.
Right.
I lost my grandpa, but I was 10 years old. I still didn't understand the magnitude of a lot of things yet. And but now I'm old. I'm 45 years old when all this experience happened. And he tells me, stop being weak. And it's exactly how I used to think. So I started crying because he made me realize that, you know what? I'm being weak.
Wow.
But was I really being weak? No, I was not being weak. I was being real. I was reaching out for help.
Exactly.
I was looking to see who could help me, because the way I was feeling was a very, very dark moment in my life.
Tell us about that. What did you experience? What did you feel? What were your thoughts? Tell us all about. Bring us into that.
Okay, so as I'm going through the beginning stages of my depression, I was right after my birthday. I was 45 years old.
Yeah, just turned 45.
Just turned 45. It was in December. I'll never forget the date. It was right after Christmas.
Can people know how old you are right now? Just so they have
it's 5 years ago. So I'm 50 years old now.
Okay.
50 years old.
Yeah.
And so got 5 years of when that bad chapter of my life happened.
Wow.
So now I get to talk about it with the intent of being inspiration to someone who's out there.
Yes.
A man who's probably embarrassed to reach out for help.
Right.
That they're not be embarrassed. Reach out. There's plenty of people that want to help.
Yes.
And it'll get over. You'll get over. You'll pass. It was a year-long experience for me.
Wow.
And it was staying proactive, constantly going forward, faking it, as one counselor told me, fake it until you make it.
Wow.
And so I kept thinking, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. But when I first started noticing,
tell us the warning
signs.
Yes,
the warning signs, and that's what I want to take us back. When I'm 45 years old, it's about a year before. A lot of weird things were starting to happen to me. One of the things, I was always tired, no matter how many hours of rest I got. That's a big indicator. When you're sleeping well, my business was doing well.
And you were still tired.
And I was still tired in the morning. And then you get up in the morning, you don't feel like doing anything.
Wow.
You feel like it's not worth getting up. And everybody's getting up to do their thing. My wife getting up to, get ready for the day, or doing the morning chores, getting ready to start running the business. She does the accounting. And I'm over here just thinking, I gotta go to work. I'm running a business. I need to get out of bed. I need to go, but I'm not feeling it.
You're trying to convince yourself that it
you have a battle in your mind that is incredible. That I wouldn't wish on no one.
Would you get out of bed?
I would fight to get out of bed.
Okay.
And my wife would sometimes know that something was weird. And so she would ask me, is there anything I can help you? No, I'm okay. I'm trying to hide it. I don't want people to know that I'm feeling weird.
That's very typical, right? You know, I think with women, like, they see men, you know, quiet down, they're serious, and I'm like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, right? You know,
yes.
And
I did that for like a good year at least.
wow.
When I go back and I look back at my experience, there was a lot of signs. There was that. I was always like my back was always like really tight. I had a lot of tension. It's like another thing is that I felt even the things that I like to do. You know, I was big into sports. I didn't have a desire to watch sports anymore or to follow up on my Pittsburgh Steelers or Los Angeles Lakers. You know, those are my teams. The Dodgers.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really care anymore. It's like, I guess I'm getting old. You know, it's probably just part
that's what you would tell yourself.
That's how I kept, talking to myself. Hey, come on, you're not young anymore.
Okay.
So let's want to pause and then we'll continue.